We got 5 minutes. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Turn this down. Come on in, come on in. Can you hear me? Back away. Hey, Chit Chat. I'm learning how to do this, child. I just wanted to get something out the way. Starting this off. Thank you for coming in. Let me go get my fur baby from outside. Y'all give me just a second. I should have did this a little better. I'm gonna put it on me instead of my computer. I don't know who the Divyan Sharma is, but I don't know what you're talking about. So oh Lord, Chit Chat. How do I don't know if I can make people mods. I think I'm just gonna ignore some of these comments because this ain't what this is about. This is a very sensitive and personal matter to me. So some of these unnecessary comments, we got 1 more minute. Let me get my little monster from outside and I will be back. you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. I'm going to do StreamYard next time, but I just want to get a live out the way. So I wanted to give my experience and do a comparison on a life experience as well as a comparison to reality TV. Y'all bear with me just one moment. Let me get my little monster. He don't know how to act, so forgive me. Get up here and sit down. Sorry, y'all, for the interruptions. So, I'll start with what happened in my life with learning about a terminal illness from my mother. And forgive me if I cry, if I stop. Again, this is a very sensitive matter to me. You know, bear with me. And again, this is my first live. I'm already ready about to cry. So in January of 2011, my mother let us know that well, I'll tell you the situation. I was riding in a car with a friend, and my mom called and asked, was I with someone? And if I sitting down. That took me by surprise because she's never called and said anything like that. So it was like, okay, what's going on? Like, who at home passed, or what's going on with anyone else at home? When she said that, it took me by surprise, and I was like, yes, I'm with someone. We were getting ready to walk into I think a cellular store, and she had said, I wanted to let you know before you get the letter in regards to what I have going on. She said that I didn't want to tell you all this during your birthday month, which is in November, or during the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. So it's like January 3rd, I believe the date, January 3rd. And she said, I was told that I have, my cancer is back, and I only have 7 to 12 months. That was a lot. I am the baby of 3 girls. I'm a double PK. So, I'm like, well, this is, I questioned why was this happening to my mother. She's a minister. She's a woman of God. She's a woman of faith. That's all we knew. That's how we were brought up. And if he can heal this person, he can heal her. I see this person having foolish acts, going through, doing things not of goodwill. So why my mother? But, his will be done. So that was January. So I immediately was like, I'm booking a flight to go home. Where I was working at, I had a coworker who had worked for the airline, so she still had access to getting buddy passes. So I was trying to get home. First day I was trying to get home, we had a snowstorm, or they had a snowstorm, and I couldn't get there. So I had to wait, be pushed back to get home. So that was on a Friday. I didn't make it that day, so I made it home that Saturday. Ran in my mom's arms, loved on her, just loved on her. My mom was like, I'm okay. Y'all just don't understand. I'm okay with it. I know where I'm going. So it's, we have to understand no matter what someone is going through, um, and they have that type of spirituality that they know that they are going to be okay. It's us that wants to hold on to them to keep them here. Um, and it's selfish. I found out it was selfish. I was being selfish, wanting my mom to stay here, although she was suffering. Um, but the journey for her was she didn't want to do any more treatments. It was tiring her out. She would go on Friday or whatever date she would go, and that next day it's just you're completely wiped out. Um, you're like you don't want to do anything. Your energy is gone. You're just tired. You're weak. You're tired. We had to be sterile in my mom's atmosphere. Um, my mom had her own. We had a microwave and refrigerator in her room, so we couldn't, didn't want to mess our food up with her food or touch the forks with her because we didn't want to get my mother sick. Their immune system is already low. So I'm coming from North Carolina to Pennsylvania, and the last thing I wanted to do was bring any germs, do anything to get my mother sicker. Um, so, that's the situation that you would do when someone is going through that type of illness. So I worked 7 days on, 7 days off because I wanted to spend as much time with my mother as I could. Um, so from January to June, I was working 7 days on, 7 days off. In June, unfortunately, my mom fell. Um, she had was so we she fell, broke her hip, so she had become bedridden at that time. She was not allowed to do any more walking, do anything else. So I stayed home. Me and my sisters, my sister, another sister lived here in North Carolina. She moved back home to take care of my mom full time. I'm gonna tell y'all a situation that totally disgusted me and pissed me off to the 10,000th degree. Um, my mom was on morphine. Um, her medicine got missing. My sister was running errands and things like that. I wasn't there. I think I had left the day before when this all happened. Um, my mom was in pain and needed her medicine. So we wanted to make sure that we contacted who we needed to contact, and they let us know that this is not okay. We had family members coming in and out, wanting to see my mom, visiting my mom, and we don't know who took it. I have a suspicion because it was only, an aunt and cousin who was there who might have taken it. But when that occurs, um, they faxed me a form that I had to go and get notarized to say that I will not be administering any medicine to my mother. There was only going to be one person responsible. They brought a lockbox, a key, and we all had to sign paperwork saying that and get it notarized that we were not the ones who did anything and that one person will be responsible for administering medicine to my mother. And that we would make sure that no one else was around to have access to my mom's medicine. Now, who in the effing heck would be that low to know that someone is going through that type of illness to steal their medication? Now that's deplorable. Um, that was in June. July, my mother got real weaker. And I remember a situation, again, flying home, driving home, because I had my other little fur baby at that time. And by then, my mom was going blind. The cancer had spread, metastasized throughout her body, and it had gotten to her brain. So my mom was losing her sight. But my fur baby, um, my mom didn't know who was in the room, of course, you know. My dog ran into her room and he would lay on her feet. That was, he knew. Our fur babies know. He knew my mom was ill and he wanted to keep her warm. And he was a little chubby Bichon. And I didn't say who it, I didn't announce myself. And she was like, I know that's you, Sherelle, because Tar Heel Fat, I know that's him laying on my feet. And I was like, yes, Mom, that's him. And yes, it's me. So I just, oh, those last few days, I just loved on my mother. Um, I don't care what anyone else had going on. I was there for my mother. I wanted to, every day, I didn't want to leave my mother's side. Um, as the month grew on, I walked into the room one day and I saw my mom just reaching and reaching and reaching. And her hospice nurse had came and I'm sorry, y'all, I see the chat, but I can't type because I'm holding my phone, so I'm sorry. Um, the hospice nurse came and I asked her, like, what's going on? And my mom, oh, jeez. They said, your mom is entering her final days. She's fighting off, she's fighting off the things of this world, which I took as demons trying to take my mother's soul, trying to make her waver from where I know in her belief as to who she is and what we stand for and where I know she was going. I was weak, y'all. That day I was weak. That day I cried. Like a baby. That day I cried, wanting to know, asking again, questioning, asking why my mother. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I was upset with him. I was upset with him. Um, because we want our parents around. We want our parents to see us get married, to see us have children, to see us accomplish a lot of goals. I think I was 37 at the time. So I wanted to get remarried. I wanted to have children. And I knew my mom was going to miss all of that. I'm the baby of three girls. When I say I'm the baby, I'm the baby. I am just like my mother. I am a giver. I am outspoken. I love hard. So I was beat down. I was done for. I was upset. But again, I knew my mom was going to be okay. Um, so July 20th, 2011, my mom earned her wings. Seven is the month, day, completion. my mom's job was done on earth. And all I can say is, I know God said, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Welcome home. Welcome. Excuse me. Whew. I wanted to share this experience because I wanted to understand Love and Marriage Huntsville, Kimmy Scott. I want to understand her journey of cancer to see. I'm sorry. I don't understand her situation. I don't understand how she can go to a expo right after receiving chemo or whatever treatment she received. I just don't. The sensitive nature of that, how tired I saw my mother. And maybe it's different steps, different situations of how someone is feeling or what stage they're in possibly, as to how you can go right out and be around people after that situation. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. And I don't understand why she wouldn't want to share that part of her life more on the show. Because I think it would have humanized her more. Because I don't like her. I really don't like her. Um, I don't understand her. Maybe that's it. I don't understand her ways. And maybe that's just who she is, how she is. Maybe she didn't want to share her journey. And that was totally up to her. I also question Nell. Now I have to question Nell. Because the episode last night, as to what she was saying, of how, and I'm going to show who my mom is, of how this is my mom getting her, she became an ordained minister that day. I didn't understand Nell saying that she left her mom to go mentor Mel. I don't care what nobody got going on. That lady right there, I wouldn't have left her for nothing in the world to see about somebody else, unless they were going through what she was going through. That's just my opinion. I just wanted to jump on right quick, y'all, to do my first live in honor of my mother, because I said I would. I never want to say something and not do it. And I also wanted to, again, tie in what's going on Love and Marriage Huntsville with some personal life experiences. That's it. That's all. Thank you for joining. Short and sweet, but to the point. And in memory of the late Reverend Jeanette Myers. Thank you. Love you. See you on the next one.